let me use the word, it will still come back to this short man devil Darosa. Sorry, I used that word.
Ish.
Yes.
Please drink some water. Thank you.
Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay?
Now you're calm.
Okay. You see,
I know how you feel. I know how you
you see. Okay, that now we are talking about Mommy Rich Grace. Mommy, thank you so much, ma, for joining. I'm sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry, ma. My big head.
Ish, take it easy, Ish. Ish, the senator. You know, when you are representing us, don't let your blood be too hot too.
Okay, ma, no problem. Ma.
Exactly. Let me give you time out. Let me just add my little contribution.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry to cut
Go
in.
ahead. God is love.
You see, Ish, hello everyone. And I'm happy this room, we talk and Andy's here because Andy is very close to Baba Mohbad. And I believe he's been advising as well. You see, Ish, every homicide case that family members are involved is very complicated. It's not as straightforward as we think it is. Even if, put yourself in Baba Mohbad, because sometimes I blame Baba Mohbad a little bit, but I came to put myself in his shoes. You have a case, one son was unalive, and if you push too hard, the other one will be accused of accessories, and they're also going down. I don't know if people see where the complication now is coming from.
Yeah.
So this thing, I don't know if those of Andy really sat down with Baba Mohbad to explain to him. The justice you push for Mohbad, know that the other two are going down because they were part of this conspiracy. Or even if they were not part, even if Adura was not part, he is accessory to that. He knew what happened and he kept quiet. And law don't protect fools. He should have been intelligent enough to start talking to his dad, and they get him a lawyer and say that he was threatened. That's my advice to him. So Baba Mohbad now need to know either ways he's losing. I hope he knows that, and I know this thing also is affecting him. Now when it comes to royalties are not very straightforward. Yeah? And Mohbad with those with the Malian record, he was a hungry young musician who didn't have anything. He wanted fame. And you see, those big guys, they look for guys like that to work for them. They give them anything to sign. We don't know what he signed. We first need to see the term and conditions of what he signed. And who can give us this is the lawyer. Because we can make noise here. We don't know what Mohbad signed. Until we see with our eyes, then we talk now with evidence. That's one. The only place we have mouth to open our mouth really big is Malian record. Malian record was his. The management must show us where is Mohbad?
Immunization. You mean
yes. Yes. So yeah, immunization. Immunization. Yes, that's his own. And these are the guys we really need to go after. Yeah, because Mohbad is the top African musician now being streamed all over the world. Whoever is taking that money is the person we need to go after. If that lawyer don't want to cooperate, we need to bring another lawyer to look into this issue and demand that papers to be transferred to him. And we see even what Mohbad signed with the management as well. Because music is not that straightforward, guys. Yeah, he's the music. Look for a lawyer. Baba Mohbad need to look for a lawyer. And then we read the term and condition, how he started the company, who are his partners, and what percentage even does he have, and after how many years is he supposed to receive his royalties? Because sometimes as well, royalties are not given straight away, maybe in Africa, but like Drake, it took him a long time to get his royalties. You know, look at Tupac, look at Biggie, look how Diddy played them. Yeah? So this is a very complicated case. It's only lawyers who can do it. We can scream until tomorrow. Nobody. We need to go down. Baba Mohbad, Andy needs to tell Baba Mohbad, they get another lawyer to petition and said, we don't want any money now being taken out until we establish what is Mohbad percentages, what did he sign, what were terms and conditions, then from there we move forward. And thank you.
Yeah, Fancy, thank you so much. There was one thing I was missing, which is actually what you just made mention of. Like, what are the terms and condition, yeah, involved in whatever contract that was signed, either with Naira Marley or blah, and coming to immunization, who are his partners? You understand? Who are his partners, and who are those that are shareholders in the record label? You understand? Now, this, just like you said, you see, if there is anything we want to do now, it is that we'll call to the attention, because it's looking more like we are only waiting on the autopsy and the toxicology, which is very important. I'm not going to say it's not very, very important, because we need to know
Exactly.
what happened to what happened to Mobile. You understand?
Exactly.
So there are other branches
Yes.
that we can
Yes.
actually move into while we are waiting for this 8 weeks, 7 weeks.
But Barakete already took that part. We need to play our part now to deal with the music thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because this case, as I told you, is a very complicated case, and it has different angles.
He didn't sign on it. That was not signed.
It has different angles, so we need really to look into this. If we are to contribute money again or do whatever, but we need a lawyer to deal with the lawyer of that immunization and see, and even deal with Naramali as well, and see what did Mobad exactly sign and understand those terms. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's a lot of angles that we need to just come in, and there's no way we won't need the help of one or two more lawyers for Baba. Only if this son that is taking this legal team, if they say they have entertainment lawyer and what are they calling it, the one that used to take care of one's account in bank, to look into Mohbad's activities in bank, and then maybe an investigating lawyer that can hold on to some evidence of how and where and who is taking Mohbad's money after he died or even before he died. So because if someone is a son, it means this person have all what we needed. Like all these branches we are looking at, they might have lawyers that work in collaboration with them. So if the man can grant us like that, good. But if it's not, we really need to move faster, because like about 2 months ago, I was on TikTok and I was under Veron, and he said, Baba Mohbad, Baba Mohbad. If you know me, I'm not this type of person. I don't like when you are telling Baba Mohbad. I'm a Fuini Bati reset. Oh my, to me, it's like you are still disrespecting him. If you want to talk straight. You might have your ways of approaching someone, but he's still an elder and he's still money, and we are working with him, not that we want to control him. So once he said, and I heard that he said, want to go Mohbad, and they have siphoned Mohbad's money. They have used cryptocurrency to transfer the money. All these guys knows what they are talking about. And yesterday, when I heard that they went to check the account and they see a lot of activities going on the account, I was like, who is doing this? And this generation of Gen Z with money, they are not trustworthy. I mean, they are not trustworthy, or you cannot trust them with such thing. Moreover, is it not because of money they buy the person they buy? It's because of money. It's not because of anything. Even on the other platform, I heard they say Mohbad was greedy. I said, who know this guy to the extent of you coming out to say he was greedy? You don't know what is going on in his life. Is it what they tell you? But to me, I just want us to stand up as a group that is fighting for justice, and even though they say toxicology is in America somewhere, I don't know, but at least if autopsy is out and we know that it's out, let them bring the autopsy now, and let us forget the toxicology for now. Toxicology, why we will need toxicology? It's after the autopsy come out, and we don't believe that type of death can kill him, and they now say, okay, let us go for toxicology. Because if the Nigerian police have done the right thing, and the autopsy is about 2 weeks and it's out there and we find out, and then if we dislike or we disagree with the result that come out of it, that is when we are going to go for toxicology, because the body will still be there and it will still be fresh and well preserved. So they go there and take the sample and check the toxicology. But now this is today is 8. In the next 3 4 days it will be 6 months that the young man passed, and then the Nigerian police and the Lagos state government were just doing what they think they can do to subdue us. Like they don't want the justice to. So even though they said the Lagos state government already approved some money, to me, if you ask me and my unborn grandchildren, I'm going to tell you I cannot believe them. They just use that one to cover the shame of Lagos state government. Lagos state government cannot sign money for autopsy, and then the police are not doing it, and the government in place did not ask. The money we paid, do these people are still agitating? What happened? Nobody is looking into asking them question. It means that even the Lagos state government was doing nothing on top of the matter. So what I see is that, like, if there's any way we can reach out to Baba and check if the legal team that they put together have the one that is entertainment lawyer, because entertainment lawyer, like what's the name, I forgot the name now, that he was advising the upcoming musician that if you have 200,000 naira, pay your entertainment lawyer. When you're signing, when the sign on, like your record labels gave you this thing to sign, agreement to sign, take it to the lawyer, let them read it and interpret it to you. Don't just put your hand, because there are some clause you don't understand. So that guy was advising them, and I said, okay, this is what they need to do, not you running. Like some people will say, oh, lawyer, the lawyer is charging me too much. The guy said that. Don't say it though, because at the end of the day, the money you will pay the lawyer will be a minute to what they will reveal to you. They might said they sign you for 5 years and above, and you don't know. That means you will serve them forever. Like the guy said, like there is a clause in Daddy Shoki's agreement with what are they calling it, with the record label he was signing up to. He wanted to sign up to, and then he said his lawyer was doing free pro bono because the lawyer was his friend, and he said it was the lawyer that really saved him. So if we have an entertainment lawyer that can go through the agreements Mohbad signed, the both agreements, because the modernization, he didn't own the modernization 100%. It might be that he owned the 50%. It might be that those taking money, they are taking the part that belongs to them and leave his own there. So if you have an entertainment lawyer that can look into these two label, the modernization and the Naira Marlian's record, so that we know what he has there, and then we know how to move forward with that. So, and the royalty, I believe the royalty in Naira Marley is not only royalty that they said Naira Marley needs to pay. There are some show money that Naira Marley hasn't paid. That's why he was suing so much money. I mean, owing Bumba so much money. So all that, if you see an entertainment lawyer in a nutshell, they will look into it. We know where to go from. And if Baba said we shouldn't do it because we need to seek consent for him, since Mr. what is the name, the Baba's brother, came out and said they are not after the money, they are after what killed their son. So if they said we should hold on, because we might think this is the way to go, and the family might think, oh, this is the way we want to go. And since the family is what we are working with, we need to go with them. We won't go above them. If we talk to, they ask with them, they will ask them questions, and they say, okay, we understand that we are pained that someone somewhere is stealing this money, but you know it's a family thing. We want to follow it this way. Then we know we are following them to do what they want. But sometimes if you tell them, they sit down and think about, deliberate about it, they come back and talk to us like, okay, we are going to look for an entertainment lawyer. And Baba will, Brekete already said I'll fund this what kill Mohbad, who kill Mohbad, the criminal aspect of it and the inquest. Brekete want to fund it. So this other one, we know Baba did not have money. If Baba agree with us and we find an entertainment lawyer that can do the job, so the people that is interested, we come together and do something, and we help Baba out on that aspect, so that we don't just sit down and be talking every day on TikTok and without any action. That's my submission for now. Thank you, Ishi.
Yes, mommy. Thank you so much for your submission. Wonderful. And the aspect at which we are talking, I mean, the direction at which we are looking at today is one of those ones that I've. But you said something. I mean, very important. You said something very important when you made mention like it's a family. This thing. Yeah, we all understand it's a family. Yeah. And humorously, or let me say jokingly, we all now are saying we are the extended part of the Aloba family. But nevertheless, it is still our responsibility to give advice to the legal team of Baba Mohbad and Baba Mohbad himself. That's why, just like you said, we can only advise. We cannot force them to do anything. We can only give an advice that, okay, we, the general public, or this and this is what we are seeing that you people might not be seeing. So can you also look at this direction? You understand? Can you also look at this? Can you also look at that? Can you do this and can you do that? It is when we are able to do all of this, when we are able to give advice to them, that they are going to be able to see that, okay, yeah, we're not actually looking at this place before. But now that you have made mention of it, now that you have said something about Mr. Lady, thank you. Mr. Lady, thank you so much for joining. Now that you have said something about it, yeah, I think it's a way to go. And that's why we are talking about this. And I said something earlier before you came in that if there is any of Mohbad's that legal team here, these are some of the things that they should do. And I said something even before some people came. And I'm going to say it again. Yeah, that I am suggesting, it is my own opinion, I am suggesting that the legal team of Mohbad's father, okay, where should I start from? Let me start from where I did, there was a foundation I laid, and which, brought me to that place. Now, let me go back to that foundation. The foundation was the post that Karimo is putting on the internet here and there about whatever on Instagram, on Facebook. And I said, in my own opinion, with this, my big head, I think it's a distraction. I think it's a distraction. They are doing something on the ground. They are working something on the ground. So they are just trying to paint a narration to us on the outside that there is a chaos in the family. But there is something that they are doing on the inside, which we, I said I'm not going to post it on this platform. We're not going to post it or something. No, it is not a subject to be discussed. Why? Because we should not give life to those kind of topic. You understand? We cannot give life to those kind of topic, which is why we are not talking about it. The reason why we are talking about it now is because we are using it as a foundation, yeah, and we want to build something, we want to establish something. So it's a big distraction, from them. They are doing something on the ground. They are working on something on the ground. So they are trying to present a problem. There's a problem in the family. Then we on the outside, we are going to say, oh no, God has catched them. The spirit of Mohbad is working. The spirit of Mohbad is this. The spirit of Mohbad is that. Yes, so yes. No, that is not it. Yeah, the spirit of Mohbad is working, which is why you and I are still on this case. But the truth of the matter is that they are working on something from the inside. Now, if they are working on something from the inside, what could that be? If you check the post very well, one of the things that they post is that I'm not going to put my name in your taxes or taxation or something. I don't care, whatever it is that is there. But I saw something like taxation or taxes. Then I said, okay, if it's talking about taxation, if it's talking about this, and there's a rumor that's already going on, talking about somebody wants to seek asylum, somebody is trying to travel out, blah, 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 blah. Then could it be, just like Mr. Andy is going to say, could it be that one of their plans is to actually re-establish the movement of that particular person, or one of the suspect from Nigeria into another place? So now the legal team of Baba Mohbad needs to come out, needs to go to punch, just like they've been doing. They need to be more active now. Yeah, they have been doing a good job, and I love the way they work. But I want to encourage, just like some people on this platform now wants to encourage them to do more. We need action now. They need to come out, and we need a publication talking about that. We need a publication on Vanguard, on Punch newspaper, on This Day newspaper, on any other newspaper, stalking. And this is one of the things that they're going to talk. They're going to say, calling the attention of the police that, see, it has been brought to our attention, to our notice, there's information that we have received, that some of the suspects or some of the witnesses, should, whatever language they want to use, they have the best legal term to use, are trying to move out of Nigeria. You understand? They are trying to move out of Nigeria. You understand? So there's a way they can write it. There's a way they can make it. It's happy weekend, Mr. Lide, and happy International Women's Day. So I need to close very soon. So happy International Women's Day. So back to that. They need to write a publication and let us know and let the police know. The police know what is going on, but we also need to let them know that we also know what is actually going on. We also need to let them know that we also know what is going on by putting it on the internet. That some set of people wants to, jackpot, all because of the case that is going on. So no witness, no suspect should be allowed, Arike, should be allowed to leave the country while the case is still going on. So international passport or whatsoever it is should be seized from everybody involved in the case, even Baba Mohbad, if he has one. If he has one, Lizzie Diamond, thanks for joining. If he has one, everybody's international passport should be. And just like they did to Prime Boy and Spending, that they cannot leave a particular area, all of the suspects, all of the witnesses should be. There is something, I don't know how they call it in the US. I used to watch a movie, they put something on their leg like this, that they cannot move outside a particular jurisdiction. I don't know. Maybe it's house arrest or area arrest or local government. Now a bush boy, I know tag. Okay, it's tag. It's called tag. Yeah. They should put, even if the monitor or the tag is not working or tracer, whatever it is, that if it is bond, okay, GPS, whatever it is that it is called, even if we are not using it in Nigeria, all of the suspects, all of the witnesses should be informed that you cannot leave so place. If you are in Sambisa Forest, the only place, living with me in the Sambisa Forest, the only place you can move to is Sambisa Forest and Bermuda Triangle. So this is what the legal team of Baba Mohbad should come out and, we need something like that. You understand? We need something like that. If it warrants that they name people, name names of the 20. Now we don't even know the 26 suspects or the 26 witnesses or the 26 whatever it is that the police actually said they interrogated or whatever. But nevertheless, they still need to come out and make this publication known. They still need to come out and make this known. Hey, Messi Idris, thanks for joining. It is not that we don't know what is going on. We know what is actually going on. But to show you that we know what is going on, here is the Punch newspaper. Here is the Vanguard newspaper. Thank you, Messi. So we see it now. We can't wait. We can't wait. Why I understand that they are working on the ground. They are doing one or two things on the ground. They also need to be more active. I have said it the other time. I'm going to say it again. The legal team, they are not employed to come and sit down on social media. I, for one, I'm not expecting any of the legal team member to come on social media. That is me for you. I don't know about any other person. Baba Mohbad did not employ you to come and sit. Mr. Black Velvet, thank you. Baba Mohbad did not employ you to come and sit on social media. No. They employed you to work. And since the person is a son, it means he or she has people working under him. It means there is a firm, and in a firm you have different branches that handles different cases. Whether it's a civil, whether it's a homicide, or whether it's entertainment or whatever, under a firm there should be different lawyers under a firm that handles different, whatever. So under this thing, we need action on the royalty of Mohbad. That is what I'm talking about. If this is what they are going to do, this is Friday already. If this is what they are going to do in the coming week, let them embark on that. Yes, the DNA, the court order is ready. It should be probably it must have been dispatched or it's in the process or whatever. All I know is okay, it's ready. Yeah, it's ready, and whether it's been dispatched. Yes, royalty of mobile. Yeah, royalty of mobile. So it should have been dispatched. Talking about the DNA. You understand? So the legal team needs to think fast and move ahead of them, because you need to block where the money is coming from. If the money is still coming out, they're still going to have an edge over you. They're still going to have an edge over you. Yes, we know you are not fighting for justice because of the money, but the money is what they're actually using against you. The money is what they are using against you. So they need to look into that aspect. They need to look into that particular aspect. Baba is not house because of the money, obviously. Again, it's just out to look for what, but for you to be able to get what of your son, some people are using that money against you, and you have the power to stop them from having access to the money. You need to stop them from having access to that money. Mr. Andy, Mommy Rich Grace, I see you. I'm coming to you, Mommy Rich Grace, ma'am. Mr. Andy, let's have you, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I don't know what you have been discussing because I was busy with doing something else. Is it, I don't know whether I'm going to ask you, or should I panelists to speak? I don't know. Or can you?
Do you want me to tell you? I can actually, reiterate what I have said, what we are talking about.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what we are actually talking about is the royalty of Mohbad under Naira Marley and the money that is coming into immobilization. You understand? The money coming into immobilization, the account needs to be frozen. We cannot freeze that of Naira Marley. It's not possible. You understand? But we want to know what are the terms and conditions, what are the things that is involved in the contract. Is signed with Naira Marley? What is it supposed to be earning? How many shows has it gone to? And what is supposed to be his income from Naira Marley? Now, under immobilization, who have access to that money, and why is the account not being frozen by now? Why is it that the accounts, people are still having access to the account? Or let me say, who have access to the account? Are they taking money out of it? Because they came out through this thing in Instagram post and they claim that immobilization has a management. So if immobilization has a management, then it means the legal team of Baba Mohbad should be able to write to that management to present the status of that account, to present since September 12, even before September 12, because we don't know what they have been doing on the ground. Before September 12, they need to provide the legal team with the record of, the status of that account. You see, that of Naira Marley is one thing. This of immobilization is another thing. The contract, who are the shareholders, who are the board members of the immobilization. The lawyer that is involved should be questioned. You understand? So these are some of the things that we are talking about, and we are just saying this to advise. It's not because of maybe talking alone. We want to see an action. I don't want to come to this place the next time and I want to come and talk about the accounts again and again and again and again. That is not my prayer. My prayer is, if I'm coming outside or if we are going to meet on this platform again, we are talking about something else entirely. We don't want to talk about the accounts. We want to talk about, okay, now that the account has been frozen, definitely there's going to be in the effect. It's going to affect them. We shouldn't come to this thing and talk about almost everything all the time. Another day, another this thing. It should be another day, another third thing entirely. It shouldn't be another day the same old, same old, same old. The bank should be visited. Definitely, modernization has a bank account, which I'm sure is not one, is not two, is not three. Which bank is it? Who is the bank manager? So these are some of the things that we are talking about. Do you have anything to say concerning that? Then we'll come to Mr. Kunle, then come to Mommy Rich Grace, and Mr. Light is going to talk. Thank you so much. Yes, Anime, my sister, I see you. Mr. Andy, let's have you, sir.
Once again, well, you've said it well, because we need more action. But what I knew about all this, the job that is being given to the legal team is of the criminal case and the civil case. What killed Mohbad, and also the paternity of that innocent child. But I'm trying, when you raise this, to put a call through to one person or two person, but none of them is responding to this, because this is close to 6 months now, if not over 6 months, that these accounts, money have been coming in there, because the music of Mohbad is everywhere, either in the YouTube, Spotify, or anywhere that you can stream live or music from, and money is coming from different angles. And I believe the money the opponent is using as well is the money of Mohbad they are using against those who are seeking true justice for Mohbad. You understand? And I believe we should be able to know where this money is given to. And when we are mentioning the legal team, you understand me? This is what I want to confirm from the legal team. Is it part of the job Joseph Oloba gave to them? You understand me? Because we don't just want to put everything on the legal team. We want to know if it's part of the job they have been hired to do. If they have been hired to do that job, we will know before the evening runs out. If not, what can we do? Because what you said and the commenter, it makes a lot of sense. You understand? And if I want to go back a little bit regarding to the ordinary president, Ahmed, because we are having another ordinary senator now in our midst. What ordinary president said is dealing with two things now, the criminal and the civil. What killed Mohbad, and the paternity, and also the inquest. And I believe during the live stream of Berekete, people calling, they talks about this royalty. And it said, let's deal with this one by one. The one that we are dealing with, let's finish with the first one before we go to the second one. And that one articulates with the petition Mohbad wrote. But now, let's just assume that while Berekete along the legal team are dealing with this, does that mean that the legal team should not act based on this, the royalty? The answer is no. While we are waiting for 10 weeks to run out, I believe this is the 4th week. While we are waiting for these to run out now, if the legal team have been higher with this, we want to know. If they are not higher, we want to know. While we are waiting for the 10 weeks to run out, what can we do right now? You understand me? Well, without no doubt, those who are behind this royalty, they are spending the money. They are spending the money. But I believe that anytime that we start with this royalty, they will be accountable for it. If the money cannot be returned, which I believe the money cannot be returned because they have spent part of the money, they will go down with it. That's stealing, fraud. You understand me? Person that died, they killed him unlawfully, and you decided one way or the other, you understand, to continue to be spending someone that they killed unlawfully or died unlawfully. I believe that can as well go to a criminal case, because we all knew that Mohbad is dead. What are you spending? It's money. You understand? And I will try at my own capacity to ring 1 or 2 or 3 people. You understand me? And if possible, before the show runs out, if I have the ability, the ability to bring one person onto your platform, either to be in the box or from a phone conversation, the person will introduce herself or himself. And this particular question, that person, he or she, will be in a better position to tell us if this job has been given to the legal team. And if it's not given to the legal team, what can we do? You understand me? Because we all need answer to all these questions. Because we cannot be sitting down on TikTok for 10 hours or 8 hours. We want answer. That is why we are appealing to everybody, including myself. Any questions that we have that we believe that is potential to justice for Mohbad, want to have it. We want to write it down in somewhere that we can push towards this legal team, or those who we think that they are close to this legal team. Because, for instance, if somebody are saying, for instance, Guresi, York, Yesaneme, Detola, Rich Grace is close to the legal team, are they really the legal team? No, they are not the real legal team. The legal team is the barrister Odumosu with his lawyer. But if these people that I made mention of their names, one way or the other, they have connection, you understand me, to speak to this legal team, we should be able to take our questions to them. They should be able to feed us back, because not every one of us on social media will have that access, you understand me, to be calling the legal team. You understand me? But at the same time, if everyone cannot do that, we have Mr. Miwa as well, that we believe that he is the one that speaks on behalf of the family. You understand me? And anything that is coming out from his mouth, we believe is authentic and genuine. You understand me? And then we can put our questions to him. This is what is going on. We need answer to this. This area has not been done. We need action to this area. What can we do? You understand me? Because every day a lot of question is coming out and people want answer. You understand me? Even action is not taken, they want answer. If they can have answer to that question, maybe they can relax a little bit. You understand me? And this will bring a little woto. When Andy talk this, you understand me? The ordinary senator will not talk different thing. You understand me? Our talk will be the same. You understand me? Even the way we summarize it might be different, the English that we use, but at the end, we're still going to arrive at the same junction. That is regarding to that. Now, let me just make a summary about what I said regarding to your question. I don't know if the legal team have been hired for this purpose. You understand me? Until if I put a call through, you understand me, I will be able to know if they've been hired for this job. But I can tell everybody for free that they have been hired regarding to the paternity and also the cause of the death of Mohbad. Thank you.
Okay, now thank you so much, Mr. Andy. You're still gonna come up again, yeah, and you've made some valid point and some points that we really need to bring peace to the mind, and then you also emphasize on something that have to do with the general public, and which is one thing that I actually love about your submission when you said the public also needs answer. The public also needs to know what is actually going on in one way or the other, because this thing, the real backbone of this thing, outside of God is everything, yeah, but the backbone of this case is actually lies on the general public. So the general public, they don't want to lose hope, they don't want to lose courage. It is some of these things that we hear that gives us hope. It is some of these things that when we hear and we listen to submissions like this, that gives hope to us that, okay, no problem. Now, when you said now that you don't know if they've ever actually been employed to look into this aspect of royalty, modernization, and the Naira Marley, when you said so, now we have something in our mind like, okay, now what if they are not truly, they have not been engaged to actually talk about, to actually look into these things. What is going to be the next step? Are we still going to look for another legal team to actually come up, or are they going? Is Baba Mohbad also going to employ them, or also going to direct them to look into that aspect? That's one of the things. You see, 6 months. If we say, you said something, and I love the truthfulness in that when you said some people are spending the money, which is true, but if the time comes and they ask them to come and give account, would they be able to pay the money back? You said no, they are not going to be able to pay the money back, and you said they are going to go down. But the truth of the matter is this, that we can stop them from what I am concerned about, or what we are concerned about is not them actually going down after spending the money. No, that is not the aim of this talk today. The aim is they can go down, you understand, for tampering with the money, for touching the money, for eating the money, but we can stop them from having further access to the money. Because why should they even touch the money in the first place without being... Puchi baby, I see you. So why should they even have access to the money in the first place? Or even if they have access to the money, it's a management thing. If an organization, if the owner of the organization should off, that should not stop the organization from working. The organization can still be working. For instance, there is a maintenance that we need to do. We need to buy diesel inside the generator. Or there is this mechanical part of this thing that needs to be, there is this electrical maintenance that we have to do. You understand? All those things and it's a management. But when you are doing more than you are expected to do, you understand, you should be questioned. And we need to see it and see, okay, the money that you guys are taking out of this place, why are you guys taking this money out of this place? and it should be stopped, or the whole immunization, yeah, should be put on hold. Yeah. Okay, now if we say we have to wait, do you know that after Corona inquest, Aishatu, do you know that after Corona inquest, there's still going to be a criminal court? Do we know how long the criminal court is going to take? If the criminal court is going to take a year, does that mean that they have to keep having access to that money for more than a year? Is that no? That is just it's just a simple question. I stand to be corrected. My head is too big. You understand? After Corona inquest, there's going to be a criminal court. How long is the criminal court going to take? We don't know. So what you're telling us is that we should just fold our hands and be looking. Yeah. And they are using the same, okay, mommy joking, and they are using the same money from the immunization. Yeah, they are using the same money from the immunization to fight against Baba Mohbad. Because apparently, they don't have any other source of income, because they already came out and they said they don't have any work to do. That they don't work. So where are they seeing the money they are spending? So if the criminal court is going to take, I'm sorry to say, I'm not projecting this thing, but if the criminal court is going to take 2 years, so they should keep having the money, they should keep having access to the immunizations accounts, removing all the money and this thing. Is that what we are trying to say is, Mr. Grezi made a point, which the first part of the sentence is good. He said, the most important thing is who of Mohbad? That is the most important question. But following that is, who are those that are having access to the properties, to the things that belongs to Mohbad? Because it's looking as though they are using the sweat of Mohbad against Mohbad's father. That is the thing. When they get the money, it's not coming to me. The money is not coming to me. I don't, you get what I'm trying to say? I don't have any, it's not my business with the money. I don't want to know how much is in the immunization, whatever, how much they have made. What I'm saying is, the sweat of Mohbad, in summary, the sweat of Mohbad is being used against Mohbad's father. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. If there was a particular lawyer, a well-respected lawyer in Nigeria, yeah, if that particular man, and we know that to get the service of that particular firm, you understand? To get the service of that particular firm, you need money. Where are they seeing the money they are paying the people? You know, where? Where is the money coming from? You understand? Freeze the money. It doesn't have anything to do with who of Mohbad. It's a separate thing. The way I am talking now, my ear is working, my eyes is working, my mouth is working. They are not disturbing themselves. So if it is a law firm, there is this particular department of that law firm that is just focusing on who of Mohbad. There is another department that is focusing on the civil matter, the DNA. There is another aspect that the estate of Mohbad. Everything is working hand in hand. Everything is going this, everything is going that, everything is, because the way it's looking now, how can a 20-something-year-old person come and be asking Papa Mohbad to come and be apologizing? If not that, just like I said, I finish penny, I finish penny, so what we're trying to say is, everything can go. Everything can go. They can walk hand in hand. While this one is going, let this one go. Let this one go. Let this one go. Nothing is stopping anything. The most important question, which every one of us, what brought every one of us together is who of Mohbad, which we have been talking about. I'm supposed to talk about something that I discovered, listening to the police report. There is a particular thing which I actually discovered. I'm supposed to, that's one of the things I actually intended on talking about today. But the way it is, this particular thing just came up and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. Because how can Baba Mohbad sweat? Now look at it. If you are not seeing it from my angle, please look at it. Look at it. How can Baba Mohbad sweat? Yeah. How can he sweat? Knock hammer to the point where he knock hammer, he knock in hand with a hammer, sweat and do all those things to raise Mohbad. And the same Mohbad became successful, and people are now using Mohbad sweat against Baba Mohbad.
The Ishtar, can I just buttress your
Yeah,
point?
you can go ahead. Mommy Detola Advocate, thank you so much. I see your DM. Thank you, ma. Mommy Detola, you're coming up soon, ma.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening,
Yes, ma'am.
everybody. Justice for Mohbad. Thank you very much, Ish, for the opportunity. I love this platform because there's so many intelligent people on this platform. Andy, I appreciate your summation. Thank you for your honest opinion. Grexy, I know you are here. I'm seeing you in the comment section. Please, please, please. I know you are close to Baba Mohbad, but this topic is very, very important. Based on what Ish Talk has been saying, it's very, very important. Let us not just push it aside, because I raised this topic back in November. I went to the enemy's camp. I engaged our class. One of the questions that I brought up was, how come this account hasn't been frozen yet? The next day, the very next day, the management team came out with that post on Instagram to suggest that the account has been frozen. Me, I don't believe that. We need to verify that. This is very important. We have been distracted on many, many topics and haven't really focused on this topic. And I'm glad that this is something we're talking about today. It is very important that those accounts are frozen. Whether or not Liam is very important. It's so important that the account is frozen. Put it into a trust until the investigation is completed. Because where are they getting all this money to pay people to defend them? Some of it is coming from there. You understand? So this is so important that we should be talking about this. That account needs to be frozen until the investigation is completed. If Liam becomes Mohbad's son, then it will be put into a trust. When he's of age, he can inherit it. But in a foreign country that I'm at here, you want to follow the money. If you follow the money, you will arrive at the motive. So let us not, Andy, thank you so much, because I heard you mention you will go ask some question. Gorexi, yes, we want to know what by Mohbad. We want to know DNA, but also follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money as well. Follow the money, because motive. Liam is part of the motive. Money is also part of the motive. Property is also part of the motive. We need to ensure, if somebody has that management statement that was posted on Instagram some few weeks ago, let us pull it up again and analyze it. Me, I don't believe. They suggested they have frozen the account. I don't believe so. When was the account frozen? When? How much was in the account? They say they've posted no debit, something to that effect. Please, so this is conversation we should be really, really analyzing and talking about. It is very important. Let us not just push it aside and say we'll focus on by Mohbad DNA. Yes, that is also important, but follow the money. You arrive at the motive as well. Thank you very much. That's my submission.
Thank you so much, Mr. Black Velvet. Yeah, you said something, and I must really, really appreciate that sentence. Follow the money. Follow the money, and you will get. You understand, Mr. Lide? Yeah, you want to say something? I'm coming, Mr. Lide. Just hold on for me 1 minute. You will come up. Follow the money. Now we are looking for motives, right? We are looking for motives of who of Mohbad, or we are looking for motive behind. You understand? What is the motive? And we focus on, we're talking about the DNA, right? We're saying the DNA, there could be a motive behind that. All of these things are just suggestions that are coming up. Big T, Aramabi, thank you for joining us. All of these things are just suggestions that are coming up now. I'm heading somewhere now. If the DNA is a motive, why is it that the money cannot also be a motive? Why is it? Or are we saying the money, yeah, cannot also be a motive, because inside the immobilization there is probability that the money that is there, because money is the root of all evil. If money is the root of all evil and somebody sees that, come on, the money in this account is much, man, and then out of jealousy, out of envy, somebody might be a member of, is responsible for the money. The money is also, see, being above the DNA. We know what is going on with the DNA, right? We know what is going on with the DNA, but there's another person who might have another motive that is looking at the money. If only this person is not here, I will have access to this money. The money can also be a motive too. People have been talking, people have been saying, what if after 9 months or 8 weeks or 10 weeks or how many weeks they come out and they told us that now, they told
Please,
us
can I remind you something, please?
Yeah, Queen Treasure, you want to say?
Can I remind you something?
I'm coming. Just hold on for me. Now, if after 9 weeks or 10 weeks they come out and they say, now listen, they say nothing is wrong with the body, nothing is wrong. There's nothing in the toxicology. There's nothing in the now. Look at it there. It's looking funny to me. There's nothing in the toxicology. There's nothing in the autopsy. And now we say we're gonna carry out our own autopsy and our own toxicology. Then it means we have to wait for another like 3 weeks or 4 weeks to carry out our own private autopsy and toxicology. Can't we develop other? Can't we think about other motive? The money can also be the motive.
Each talk.
Mommy Detolama.
If money is not the motive, why doesn't Mubad have a bank account of his own?
My goodness, thank you so much. You see? So we can't just focus on one direction. We need to, this is an homicide case. We look at all angles, all possible angles. Queen Treasure, before, Mommy Detola, thank you for that. Thank you for that, man. See, this is a homicide case. We look at different angles, yeah? Now, Queen Treasure, before I come to you, Mr.
Yeah,
Light.
I want to remind you something for you to
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay.
Bella Shumuda have like Mubad money, 300 million. You need to bring it out too. We need to drag him. $300 million is a lot of money. You need to bring it out. He's hiding it.
Okay. Now,
Another thing I want to add, just real quick, is in addition to following the money, don't forget the ownership of his unreleased songs as well should be looked into, because there are some songs he hasn't released yet, right? Now that he has gone, I believe some people are doing mago to take ownership of some of those unreleased songs. So that's another thing too we should be looking at. Again, follow the money. It's a big motive as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Black Velvet. Queen Treasure, thank you. Mr. Lydie, let's have you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Happy International Women's Day to the wonderful men out there. Yeah, released statements, and then on the third page, it's stated there that all AWL, all accounts managed by him have been put on PND. That's post no debit. Now it's sent as frozen PND on September 12th. September 12th, 2023, that was what they said. And I mean, they are saying then that has been frozen. So we don't know which other account. Is it his own personal account or account of the organization? Okay, you understand? So that's what I'm kind of they might be lying, but that can be, they can nail them from that. And again, how can Babana get a court order for account to be frozen? Does that be right?
Sorry, lady, sorry. Please, you said September when? The date?
September 12th, 2023.
September 12. Okay.
That is statement they released. No, we need to be on their own path. So the question I'm now asking, can one legal team request
Mommy Rich Grace.
for account to be frozen? Does it have the right to do that? That's the question now you're asking, because now according to Andy, he's saying they hired them for some certain things. And again, recall that entertainment lawyer was invited by Westo, and he seems to be compromised. They should be the one to be in charge of that. The entertainment lawyer that was called on this guy's platform at that time, They should be in charge of this. Because again, it will still take me to when Madam Mary's was talking about public lawyer. And I told people, a public lawyer can come into the inquest or come into the court and do as a public person. Now, the entertainment lawyer that should be talking about this are silent over this. Because they call themselves entertainment lawyer and they know about royalties, they know about all this, they're not saying anything about it. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know the legal implication of Baba's team or Baba's lawyer to now ask for that academic frozen. But according to management team of him, they said account has been frozen on September 12th, 2023, and that is what they are standing on. Why not let us be on that page with them? But I totally disagree. They were lying there because the reason why that statement was released was because we were talking about it. If you remember, they didn't just make that statement. It was when the TV interview happened. That was when they said that because Baba was already saying they were using his money to be championing against him. So that was why they released that statement. They wouldn't have said that because Baba knows nothing about it. So you understand? So they obviously lied regarding what he posted there. But it can still be used against them because of law. Why? Aditola Dike, she was saying that it could be a motive. I also said in the comment section, it could be a motive. If it's to be a motive, then we don't know what was the argument in the car. If the argument in the car was about money, what if they were arguing about $500 million or $200 million or $100 million? If you can establish that as well, that the reason is not only the paternity of Liam was the argument about, what if they were arguing over money as well? If that is a motive, then the legal team will take action regarding that. But what they can hold on to right now, based on the witnesses and the suspects talking about paternity fraud, they have that in their hands and they're using that against her right now. But how can they now use the money? Because we know they can be using money. But what if, because she is not a suspect, and that is the problem I'm having. And that's the problem I've been having since like November, that she also have been a suspect, not witness. They will never see her own account. The account on finding, spending, are frozen right now. But she has
Like,
come on. Yes, please.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
please correct me if I'm wrong. That lawyer that was present at the night that Mobad slept and never woke up, that was dragged a few months back. I read that is the same lawyer that Bella Schmuther uses. So this money of a thing, how are we not sure that is the one that came up with the whatever they posted on Instagram saying the accounts were closed? Is
Exactly,
it
you're right.
possible?
There's possibility that he wrote that for them. You know, I questioned her later that day. I said, who wrote it? Is it the manager? Is it the PA? Or is it the lawyer? Either of these three guys
Olaide,
wrote that
Olaide,
statement. Yes, ma'am.
please can I add something to what you're saying? Because as we're
Go
talking
ahead.
about this management, Belash
Go ahead.
mother and the lawyer are close. There's one thing I found out again because Darusha's post, he said the lawyer about his properties and accounts. The lawyer is in charge, and Mubad has a contract with one pen. When I went
One,
to do
R-
my
one,
findings on
one, one,
one
one,
pen,
one RPM. That's the music
yeah,
distributor. Yeah, that's
yes.
on that.
When I went to do my findings, Bella
Yeah.
Shmurda has a contract with that same one pen.
Most of the artists, most of the upcoming artists always have it.
So now, if Baba lawyer wants to move, they should go to the one pen and Mubat's lawyer, because like who earlier said, someone said on the
I agree.
platform that we need to know the contract they signed.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Again, that's why we now need an entertainment lawyer. We don't know now if we have an entertainment lawyer within Odumosu's legal firm because they will know about all these things. if you're an entertainment lawyer, you have an experience regarding signing of contract of music distribution from YouTube to audio mark to everything. You understand me now? So they might not, if they jump into it, they might miss it. We need to know if they are experts in this sign of contract of music and all those royalty stuff. But if they don't, I'm sorry if I missed it, if I missed that. So we need to know if those entertainment lawyers in the criminal inquest are for us. Obviously, they're not for us. For that nonsense thing he was saying on West's platform. Obviously, I don't know. Maybe he might later come and prove us wrong. But for me, it's not for us based on the interview he had with us that day. But again, I don't know if Mr. Grex is there. They're listening. Obviously, they listen to us. I want to believe if they have entertainment lawyers within their ranks, they can help us to solve the puzzle because it's becoming ridiculous right now. If that's it touching that account because they told us and that's that they're frozen on the account, which I'm very sure is, but it's because of they didn't make her a suspect. If she were to be a suspect now, they were frozen her account as well because they can't force the account of people that are not in the house. And, and they force account of people that are not in the house, but you left those guys in the house. But I'm saying, what if the argument in the car was also about money? We don't know. We don't know. It might be. What if they're fighting over $50 million? Yes, this is getting messy. So please, I like that. I like the topic. I like it very much. I
I
like the
like
discussion.
it. I have a
So please,
question. I have a question to ask.
right.
Okay. Now, since Umi is a witness to this whole issue and we're not buying her story, how can we make her a suspect before we get to the criminal court? Can we make her a suspect? Or
You
how
can.
can we?
Amika, if you allow the other witnesses to come to the inquest, I'm talking about Prime Boy spending, the nurse, and also other people in the house. We put everything together. A statement, Adura statement, Bani statement, Baba statement, Mama statement, all of them statements, we put it together. She becomes a suspect immediately. That's why
Okay.
I'm calling, as I'm calling for the DNA. We have to call for this guy to come in there. Because Nigerian police have already nailed it, they want to nail the nurse as the principal suspect, while Prime Boy as a voluntary mother. You understand? So that the only place is they are the one that can nail her. She has nailed them, they need to nail her back. So you become a risk suspect. And she needs to now bring out those industry dogs that buy his husband. That I don't know. I don't know if anybody has contrary opinion to what I just said right now, but that's my own opinion. I feel that if they can allow these two guys to come in there, and also the nurse, to come in there, everybody my face in the journey, everything will open to everyone. Because I see no reason why she will be in that house and she's not a suspect. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And that's why she's writing statement all over the place. She's writing statement all over the place. She is a witness right now. It is nonsense. We can't have 5 suspects in this case. It doesn't make sense. If you have not less than 20, why should we have been 5? 3 were not in the house with them. One had a contact with them 48 hours before he died. One was there right on the spot, according to their own story. Why should it be just one person? Why not everybody?
Mr. Black Velvet, can I borrow your space, sir? Oh, okay. Sorry. Queen Treasure, can I borrow your space? Mr. Black Velvet, hold on. Queen Treasure, can I borrow your space?
No, don't worry, let me come down.